Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So hopefully my video is working. And last time we were working in this room earlier today, this locked up and stopped printing in the middle of making some stairs for the Snake Mountain catacombs. And so this nozzle is clogged, so it's time to put a new nozzle on. So let's go ahead and get this up and going. Sorry for the darkness in the room. I don't have a lot of lights in here. It's funny, my wife actually complained about our lights up here. I can aim it up all the way. Let's see. Being way too bright when she was in the living room. And so I put dimmer lights in, and now that I'm filming in here, I'm kind of like, man, I should not have gone with the dimmer lights. All right, to change the nozzle, for those that have not messed with screen printers before, it's actually pretty simple. You just choose your settings, and then you want to preheat the tip up to 210 degrees. So to do that, you just hit retract here, retract, and confirm, and you can see it's set to 210, and it's going to go ahead and rise. The reason why you got to heat it up first is there's melted plastic inside this thing, and if you try to remove this with your wrench, actually the screwdriver with a socket tip, it's going to end up just getting stuck in there and breaking the plastic and causing all kinds of problems later on. So you always want to do that. I forgot my pliers, and I forgot my handy dandy pliers. And while that is preheating, we're now going to go to settings, and we're going to go to move, and we're going to tell it to go home. And when it goes home, it will actually find its specific location that it's meant to go, and then we can raise the gantry high enough to fit this wrench or screwdriver with a socket on it up inside there. So here's what the new tips look like, and basically you screw them out of there and screw them back in. I'm using an 04. Hey Charles, thanks for joining us. And sometimes I use an 06 depending on when it is I'm printing. So a lot of the Grayskull parts, like for the floors, were actually 06. But for these Snake Mountain parts, I'm going with an 04. The smaller the number, the more the detail we have. All right, and it is just about done homing. It's the homing pigeon. And now, if you look on this keyboard here, you can see maybe that we have a Z up and down. It might be hard to see. I'm going to set it to a high number. I'm going to press this Z up, and when I do, every time I press it, this goes up a little bit more. Ooh, ah. And remember, it's now 210 degrees Celsius, which is really hot Fahrenheit. I don't have my other phone to check what it is Fahrenheit. I think it's like over 400 degrees or something. Let's see if it's high enough now. Yep, that should work. So I'm going to turn it off for a second, so I can slide this back so I can get inside of there. Now I'm going to turn it back on and then make sure I reset the temperature so it stays hot. It's got to stay hot. Come on, load. You can see my other one's still going, my 2-day print. It's going to take a long time because it's a 2-day print. All right, settings here, 100, retract, confirm the heat up, and see how fast it cooled down? It's already down to 188 just in those few seconds of me turning it off and back on. But it heats up just as fast, so we are going to be there. Be there or be square. Then once it's done heating up, I'm going to actually retract it a little bit, which will take the plastic out, and that will make it so we can actually do some work without having the hot plastic in our way. All right, it's there. So we hit retract, and you can see the spool starts to move out, and there it goes. And I just realized this is wound incorrectly here. This should go inside like that. This should go like that. So there we go. I'm surprised that if I'd have printed something tall, I'd have been hurting for certain. Okay, retract it one more time. So that plastic is loose. retract. Come on, David. There we go. Ugh. I'm just going to pull this plastic all the way out because I'm going to replace it with a brand new spool anyway. I know the spool's still full, but the part I'm printing is huge, and so I want to make sure I don't run out of plastic in the middle of the night or tomorrow when I'm busy at work or something. So we are going to put this spool away for smaller pieces. This is going to be my spool I'm going to use when we're ready. So let's just sit that right there. So now that it's heated up, I'm going to go ahead and take this piece off. I'm just going to scoot this camera in a little bit. Slide underneath there. There we go. Let's see if we can't get a pretty good little angle on there so you guys can see kind of what's going on. Hold on a second. Let me just reorientate this a little bit better. Hey Mike, thanks for joining us. I don't know if I can get that up underneath there or not. There we go, kind of a crazy angle. How many flashlights in here? Hold on, let me get a light really quick. Okay, I got a light. Now you guys can kind of see what's going on up inside there. So first thing I'm going to do is pull off this black plastic piece. There it is. It's hot, hot, hot. Now I'm going to stick this on here, just like so, to keep it from spinning on me. And then stick the wrench up here, or the socket, and unwind this thing. It is definitely a mess. You can see it's been charred and burned. I'm not sure what was going on with this, but it's been clogged for a little while. There we go. There is my charred mess. And it's super hot, so you have to be careful where I put it so I don't ruin anything. And now, we have to use some cleaning stuff to clean it out of there. So, let me find my cleaning bucket. Here it is. So this stuff right here is for cleaning. It melts at a lower temperature, and it's a little bit gritty, but not much. It just makes it so that you can push out any plastic that is in there, causing us problems. Oh yeah, there's some definite stuck material in there. Not too bad. Surprised it's not worse than that. Usually you get big little clods of stuff coming out of there. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a new tip out of the bag here. We're looking for, on this, a little 04 that tells us that it's the right size. There it is. It It's just blurry as all get out. I can't see it. There it is right there. Yep, and it's upside down. I turn it over so you guys can see it. And it has a little 04 written on there. And that is the size that we want. Let's put that right back in there. Alright, when you do that, you usually get this error that says that the temperature has changed too drastically. You should put a cold piece in there. When that happens, just hit confirm and restart. And it should restart. Set the temperature again, do a final torque, and then we're almost ready. Load, load, load. Check out your guys' comments. Reminds me of the web spinner from Spider-Man, from the Sledgemaster. Yes. Hey James, thanks for joining us. Yes, it clogged. It clogged during the stairs. It's a separate piece I was making. The one I did started last night, still working fine though. But the one from today, the separate piece I was printing did clog. And I'm going to just preheat the whole shebang this time for PLA, not just... There we go. Now it's heating up. That means the bed's going to get hot too. Oh, I didn't clean this yet. Usually I have one ready to go. It's nice and clean for testing my height on. You can see the temperature rise. Meanwhile, I'm going to scrape the grill so it's ready to cook again. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more torque test on our piece down here. Yep, gluten tight. And now we'll stick this black rubber piece back on. It's cooled down now. Gotta still be careful not to burn my finger on it when I put it on. There we go. Now, you would think it'd be ready, but no, it is far from ready. The next steps are we have to have the machine calibrate itself to make sure it's going to print the right stuff. Now, I wish this was cleaner. You know what? You guys can watch this print. I'm going to take it in the shower and do a good spray on it and clean it down. I'll be right back. This metal piece just comes right off. A big giant piece of magnet here, and I'm going to go take and let's see. I'm going to go take and put this in the shower and clean off all the gunk. I'll be right back. is clean and good as new. Let's just go and stick this back on there. Woo. Hot, hot, hot. Whatcha? All right, now I'm going to take this and calibrate it. Auto level. Confirm, and it has 3 steps to do. The first step is heating it up, and that's why I went ahead and already heated it up first, so it would already be ready. And next it's going to wipe the nozzle, and then it's going to start doing its probe test. Normally the heat up process takes quite a while, but since I already had it preheated, we're ready to go. I'm going to clean up my mess here while we're waiting. Now sometimes if a nozzle was really clogged bad, you may have to start a project and you'll see it's not printing right. You have to change the nozzle again right away. So we'll see how well it does. Where's my new plastic? There it is. Let's start loading this new plastic so it's ready to print once it's all done. That did not sound good. There it goes. And now something's really painful. It has to go and do like 20 points of contact, starting in this corner, so it'll go ba-doop, 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 all the way along. So it does all 20 spots. Still a little bit on here. I didn't get off last time. Oh, it's hot. Woo. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, that should be good. There it goes. All right. Hey, Jeff, thanks for joining us. Todd, you make our play sets so AMA. Good stuff. Thanks, man. When do you sleep? So today after church, I slept from 10 o'clock this morning until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Nah, Jeff, I just took a nap. Now it's probing and probing, checking every single spot. Make sure it's as flush as it needs to be. Now, on new printers, this is pretty flat. But as printers get old, it starts to do a little bit of wobble, wibble, and you want to make sure it's totally flat on the first layer. So it calculates how far each spot is off, so it knows how far to move this to make sure it lays the plastic flat, even though your bed might not be flat. Now my bed should still be flat. It's a relatively new machine. So, here we go. Let's take a look here. It'd be something different if the company came up with a machine that would cut away from big or small solid material plastic. Yes, they actually already have that. They're milling machines, and they have, usually they use them for metal, but you could use it for plastic too. We had some that I've seen cut plastic, usually thin sheets to cut out different shapes and heat them up and mold them too. But they do have that. You can get a 3-axis milling machine or a 5-axis milling machine. This is actually called additive manufacturing, where you add to it. And what you're talking about, Sledge Master, is subtractive manufacturing, where you take away from it. Check it out on this one over here. You can see, look at the stalactites that are being made. So cool. Yep, this is the 2-day print over here. The other one failed there, Godzilla. My printer nose got clogged, nozzle, and so I just replaced it. And now I'm going to start a big print on this one, the top piece that that mates with that piece being printed right now. So almost done. There it goes. Yes, it'd be cool to have a machine that does both. Alright, so it has finished its calibration. Now let's get it ready to print. Let's turn it off again so you can pull this out. It is time to season it with my magic goo. Very important step. Forget this step, then parts will not stick right. So all you probably see is the back of my arm. should be well coated now. Boom. Snake Mountain. Ho, ho. All right, let's go ahead and hit print on here. And then choose the drive. I'm looking for the one called top, because that's the top piece. So, and top, there it is. Click it. Now when you click it, signs it doesn't actually choose the right one, so you always want to check, make sure it actually says top. Then hit print. It copies the files. And copied they are. And now it's going to heat everything back up again. It's close though, because it's still pretty hot. I'm going to scoot this over so we can see both prints going on, so I can check it from the other room. I'm going to move my microphone back to that little stand over there in a few minutes. All right, 57, hot, hot, hot. Almost there. Oh, I forgot to feed the plastic in. No! Say it isn't so. Feed, plastic, feed. Please. Okay, cool. Some came out, so we are set. And you always want to watch the first layer. If something's going to go wrong, it's usually the first layer. Now this is a one-day print, this top piece, so it takes half the amount of time as the bottom piece, but it's still a long print. I'm going to go grab a different light while this is